Okay, guys, this is part 2 of knowledge versus entertainment. Okay, so I usually don't post a lot on social media. I'm more of a observer of people. Okay, so in saying that, when I observe a lot that goes on different social media platforms, and you can see a pattern if you're an observer of things that are happening. So one of the things that I notice that stands out the most to me is people sharing other people's intellectual content. Okay? So you ask me, Marlika, what do you mean? You know? And what I mean by sharing other people's intellectual content is a lot of times what you see on different videos and different blogs or posts that people make on social media. It's a lot that goes in behind, it's a lot of work that goes in behind preparing such posts, such videos, and things of that nature. And you can tell when someone just comes along and decides that, you know what, Keisha had an awesome idea and I'm going to run out and get it and do a video about it. Because Keisha, she only has like 20 subscribers and really nobody knows who she is. So I'm just going to go and share this to my people. But in the same sense, I'm not going to credit her because she's, she's new, so, it's no biggie. So then the information is taken from Keisha, and this person takes this information, and because Keisha is probably somewhat like me and doesn't like to do videos or speak much on their blog, this person decided, you know what, I'm going to do a whole new spin of this, okay? Just because this person doesn't talk, I'm going to use my personality and that person's intellectual content and make it work for my blog to generate more people coming to my blog to make me look like I'm such an awesome person. Okay, so basically, I hope that makes sense. But that's what's going on. Now, I know some people will say, well, it's not necessarily that person's content. Oh, yes, it is. If a person reads 15 books, puts together a PDF, does worksheets, prepares a whole lesson plan based on just books or something that they read, that's that person's intellectual content. Okay? And you don't have a right to steal it. You don't have a right to at least not give the person credit. You know what I mean? It's like YouTube etiquette. Okay? YouTube etiquette has been thrown out the window. Okay? I watch a lot of videos and I learn a lot from people. And I utilize a lot that I learn. But do I give them credit all the time? No. Because a lot of the stuff is because I use it at home personally. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sell their stuff. I'm not trying to market it as my own. I'm using it for my own personal use. So when a person takes somebody else's intellectual content and tries to add personality, try to fluff it up and try to make it seem like it's their own after they just found out about it yesterday, I don't like that. So I guess a good example would be, because I know some people will say, well, that person didn't invent it, or that person didn't, it wasn't their idea in the first place, and it's the World Wide Web, and I can share all the information I want to whoever I want to, and I don't owe anybody anything. Okay? Yes, that's true. But let's use the example of peanut butter. Okay? I wanted to use peanut butter because when you go to the peanut butter aisle, you see all these different brands of peanut butter. Okay? You see your Jiffy's and your, well, the store brands and so many different brands of peanut butter. But you may see different brands, different ways it's prepared, but someone invented peanut butter. Okay? Somebody else came along and added their take on it to make it more palatable for them. Okay? Then somebody else comes to that person and decides, you know what? The first person, the peanut butter was chunky. The next person, the peanut butter was smooth. The next person came along and said, you know what? I'm going to add some jelly to this jar. Okay? So it still goes back to learning the history of where stuff come from to give credit, if you can. Okay? But if you're doing a whole different spin on it, that's a whole different thing. The person that added the jelly to the peanut butter, that was their bright idea. They're not discrediting who made peanut butter or who made jelly. They combined these two things together and made it work for them. And then they shared it and people liked it and people bought it and then they patented it. Okay? So anyway, hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm saying, is that if you're going to use somebody else's intellectual content, at least have the common decency to put in the description where you got it from. Okay? So many times I've been listening to people and watching people, and it's crazy on YouTube what people think, how people think that people should give them a shout out. Okay? Someone made a comment that they use the word happy homeschooling at the end of all their videos. So if anybody else say that, then they want to send you a nasty note and say, you're copying me. Okay? You're trying to be like me. You're trying to be like me because when I show a book, I tap the pages. You're trying to be like me because when I do a homeschooling video, which is 1,000 homeschooling videos out there, because you say happy homeschooling, that person thinks that you're trying to become them. No, they're not trying to become you. They're doing what everybody else do in the homeschooling community. Is it a bad thing to say happy homeschooling? No. Is it a bad thing when you're showing a book to tap the book? Come on, give me a break. So it's a lot of silliness and a lot of immaturity in the community. You have a lot of people that's fighting to be on top. I mean, they go to everybody else's blog, gather information, run straight to their blog or to their Instagram or to their YouTube site, and they hurry up and they make a video, and you never see this stuff again. You never see it again. So I think that for them, this is entertainment. But for the person that puts forth all the effort in building their intellectual content, it's disheartening. It makes them upset. And I notice that's why a lot of people have left YouTube. Because when we first started on this journey, I remember we used to share so much with one another. Okay? We used to share so much and used to learn from. That's what I mean by knowledge. Okay? Then all of a sudden, Julie came along and she said, you know what? I'm going to take that and make it into a book. I've been watching these women doing all this talking. I'm going to take all this information and put it into a book. And I'm going to promote it and I'm going to make me some money. But first, I need to get all the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook subscribers I can. So I don't even care who you are. You can be rap people, people from China, people from across the world. It doesn't matter. As long as I get the views, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if I'm giving you good content. All that matters is I want everybody to know my name and who I am and help me make a name for myself and help me make some money. Basically, that's what it boils down to. So, I know a lot of people in the community is tired of it. They're tired of it. Okay? And we all have a right to, on our channel, to show people what we want to show people. But in the same sense, we don't have a right as a viewer. Another problem is we get so many people now that pop up on our channels now as followers. They have no views. They have no videos. It's just like a troll account. Okay? So, half the time people are watching what you're doing and they're just running back to their camp and sharing whatever you did or whatever you're doing as their own. They also are coming on to your channel and disliking your stuff. Why? Because if you go to their channel, you can see the same material that you have been providing with no dislikes. But on their channel or anybody they're involved with, all of a sudden you see these people getting dislikes. What does that tell you? That these people do not have a life. That all they have is the internet. And all they want to do is use this for entertainment purposes. Use this to gain money, which is hard to do on YouTube. To gain likes. To gain, I don't know. To try to fill an empty void that's within them. That Lord knows, I don't know what they're searching for. So I really want to talk about that because I've noticed a whole bunch of channels come up. And people are just buying stuff. Look what I brought. This, I just made this. I made this. Look, 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 look. And it's like, how in the world are you teaching your child what they need to know if every time we turn around, you're making a video? So, I thought about these questions that I wanted to, throw out there to have people think about. Why are you homeschooling? Is it to educate your family? Why are you sharing some of your family's most intimate moments? Is it to document your journey? Is it to ask for help? Is it to prove something to others? Are you adding unnecessary stress to your children? I asked that question because it takes a lot for a child to do a video. It takes a lot for a child to stand up in front of their peers. It takes a lot for a child to try to please you. So, are you as a parent adding unnecessary stress to your child, or are you just letting them grow and allowing them to be kids? Okay? Or are you putting them in adult situations instead of just letting them enjoy the process of growing up, of learning new things, of doing new things? Why are you, okay, so I asked that one. Are you as a parent living a balanced life? Okay? Do you feel like you're stressed or depressed? Do you take time for yourself? Are you happy with who you are and where you are as an individual? Are you nurturing your marriage and your relationships? Okay? Do you have more online friends than in real life friends? Or is homeschooling your life? If something happened to you and you had to put your children back in school, are they prepared? Are you living your dreams through your kids? Are you addicted to social media? These are some serious questions. Why? Because these things could drive you or destroy you. Every single question could impact how you run your household environment. An unhealthy environment can produce unhealthy results. Let's strive to heal and rebuild our community. Let's rise up to who we should be for our children. Okay? Let's battle our demons and focus on what's important. If you're a homeschooling mom or dad, what's important is your children. It's very easy to get wrapped up in things that's going on. It's very easy to lose focus. So I'm asking you, as someone who's concerned, as someone who wants to see your child prosper, your child make it in life, your child be a good citizen, I ask you to please ask yourself these questions and be truthful. And analyze it and look at, are you doing what's right for your family? Are you representing your family in the best light possible? Are you encouraging your kids in the best way? Well, that's it. I got it all out. Thanks for watching. Bye.